a third of the Cowboy Nation wanted to get rid of him last season because they said he couldn't stay healthy. So now you got rid of him. Now they say they want him back. Which one is it? You know? So I get it. It's the unknown with Tyler Guyton, but from a philosophy situation, I think we're better up front with the front five.
Hello. Did you happen to hear what Tyler had to say? Tyler Smith, by the way. Pusha T is what I've been calling him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Pusha T.
Pusha T.
What do you say?
Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it if I pull it up, but we'll give it a go. But he was basically alluding to, he said, yeah, man, what I'm working on in the offseason, man, I'm just working on point of attack stuff, trying to get better at that. Like Tyler Smith needs to be better at point of attack. He's just fine. But then he also said something interesting, Law, that we're trying to build more of an emphasis on the A and B gaps. You know, the run game last year was a little bit of nonsense, and I've been asking people this. I ask you when we get to running backs, was the run scheme trash? Was Deuce Vaughn bad? Was Tony hurt? Is Rico good? Like, we had a lot of questions, right? But it could have always come back to run scheme and blocking. And, you know, Tony is more of a outside zone runner. We want Tony to get to the edges and all that. But we just kept trying to move Tony up A and B gap, and that wouldn't always work for real, Law Nation. And I just heard Tyler Smith say that. I'm going to see if I can pull this up while you're talking. I heard Tyler Smith say that, and I'm like, what you mean you trying to build emphasis on securing the A's and B gaps with your new rookie center that mauled the hell out of people with your three running backs that ain't got juice, Law Nation. They're more thumpy, bump your head, like Royce Freeman, Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdle. They're one cut, A gap, B gap, thump you upside the head type people. Do you think that offensive line run scheme philosophy and personnel is going to marry this year to make the offensive scheme better than it was last year?
I think we jumped a broom this year with this personnel. Last year we had a lot of nails, no hammers. And if anybody worked construction, those nails are good, but do you have the hammer? And I like what Rico brought to the table, but he was always question mark guy. Can he play a full 17 weeks? Tony Pollard, he was coming from an injury. I would like to have this version of Tony Pollard on this team because now it's a year removed, but they didn't want to pay that paper for him. So we brought back Ezekiel Elliott, a hammer. Royce Freeman, a hammer. Rico, he's a nail. Taney Deuce Vaughn, he's a nail. So we will see what Nate can do down the stretch and see if he can make this team. But overall, I can tell you, you played this center game before in offensive lineman situations. Tyler Biotish, he couldn't anchor. He couldn't move stuff out the way. Hey, if you told Tyler, come on, help me move, man, he ain't going to try to grab the side of the couch. He's going to be talking about, hey, you pick up here, you pick up there. Like, come on, get your tail down there and pick up this other half of the couch. So now we got a guy that we don't have to worry about asking because that's what Cooper Beebe do. He'll pick up the whole couch. You be like, hey, you ain't going to save none for me. So now we got that. And I think that the A-gap situation, B-gap situation, will be there because if we need 2 yards, can we get 3 now? If we need 3 yards, can we get 4?